देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। भवन्ति भावा भूतानां मत्त एव पृथग्विधः। This whole world is my expansion. And although the whole world is my expansion, I am independent of the world. So, from this point of view, I am in yoga, and although the world is my expansion, I don't get influenced by them, is the Aishwarya or the Vibhuti. So, three things. One is yoga, second is Aishwarya, third is Vibhuti. Yoga is the unmanifest, independent, causeless existence that I am. Vibhuti is this whole world, because it is my expansion. And third, my Aishwarya. Ishwaratva is, although the whole world is my expanse, yet it is not able to influence me. I am independent of it. So, thus having told, then Arjuna got inspired. Yathoktam bhagavato vibhutim yogam chashrutva. When he heard about this, he said that, O Lord, can you kindly tell me, because you alone know yourself the best and the complete. Swayameva-atmanatmanam vedhatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. So, O Lord, you are the only one who knows yourself the best, and therefore please tell me. Up to here we have seen in our last talk. Now the 16th verse, Arjuna continues, Vaktumarhasya sheshena दिव्यायात्म विभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि। वक्तुम कथयितुम अर्हसि अशेषेण दिव्या ही आत्मविभूतयः आत्मनः विभूतयः याः ता वक्तुम अर्हसि याभिः विभूतिभिः आत्मनः महात्म्य विस्तरैः इमान् लोकान् त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि। O Lord, you kindly tell me, because you are the only one who is capable of telling me. So, what shall I tell you? Atmanaha divya vibhutayaha. Your own divine glory. Divya vibhutayaha. Divya means those vibhutis which are Atma Vishaya and which are unparalleled. Because there is nothing like you, and there is nothing superior or other than you. So therefore, divya vibhutayaha. This root div, it has got 14 meanings, not one. And one or two meanings are div kridayam. Because you are living in this world and the whole world is your expanse, this is just a krida, it is a sport. So how are you supporting this whole world so casually? So kindly tell me. And yabhihi vibhutibihi iman lokan vyapya tishtasi. And you are permeating in and through the whole world, and yet tishtasi, you are still independent of them. So vyapya, having permeated, supported the whole world, tishtasi, yet you are apart from them, other than them, not influenced by them. Kindly tell. Now here, the Vedantic principle is brought out, and this Vedantic principle has to be very clearly understood. It's very subtle. the chances of misunderstanding are more. The normal example given in the Vedantic classes is like the snake is superimposed on the rope. In this manner, this world is superimposed on the absolute reality. This is the example given. Other example given is like the blueness of the sky. In the same manner, this world of plurality appears as an illusion on the reality. Now these two examples create a kind of confusion in the sense, when we come to know the rope, the snake disappears. Snake doesn't stay. In the same manner, when one realizes the truth, will the world disappear? It doesn't. No. You take other example. What is that? When you know that the sky doesn't have color, after that, will the color disappear? No. Then what it is? It is an illusion through the sense organs. So although something is seen as appearance, that does not mean it exists. Because whatever is seen need not exist, but appearance can always be seen without existence. And in this manner they talk about the illusion of the world. Now there is a third way, and it is more practical. What is the more practical way? Like the sugar does not create diabetes for the sugar cane, like the poison does not create poisoning for the snake, like the burning power does not burn the fire, like the water never gets drowned in the ocean. In the same manner, this whole world is your expanse. So, from the water's point of view, there is nothing but water. And if that water is called as ocean, the water doesn't object. In the same manner, from the absolute point of view, the understanding and experience is different. From the relative standpoint, the understanding and experience is different, but that difference in the experience does not mean that the reality has changed anywhere. This understanding is called as yabhi vibhuti bihi lokan iman tvam vyapya tishtasi. So like the water is beyond the ocean and the waves, in the same manner, O Lord, in this whole world, how are you existing, supporting everything? The wave is praising to the water, O water, how are you supporting all the waves and the ocean? And yet vyapya tishtasi, yet you are independent of them. So, you alone can tell about this. We will not be able to know it from any other source. Therefore, kindly tell me. The second meaning is Imam tvam vyapya tishtasi. How the absolute can be reduced to relative. Because you are the absolute reality. So what is the position of the relative existence with reference to the absolute? So, yabhi vibhuti bihi lokan imam tvam vyapya tishtasi. How do you exist? That means, how the absolute can be reduced to the relative? Kindly tell. So, in this manner, this question has got different shades. Now, one or two we'll try to understand before we take the next verse. The last one that I spoke, how the absolute is reduced to relative. The absolute is reduced to relative only through the conditioning. Like the man is reduced to husband through the conditioning. In the same manner, whenever the reference is a conditional reference, then absolute is reduced to the relative. Like when the space is referred with reference to the conditioning of the sunrise, then the same space is called as east. See? So this is first principle to be understood. That means as long as we are functioning through and under the influence of the conditioning of the Panchakoshas, and we recognize the Lord with the conditioning of the Maya, till then we will continue to be in the relative existence. Means what? As long as we are working through the Panchakoshas, we have to practice the path of devotion. Then if I am the Jiva, the Ishvara is there, so be dedicated. And then how do we live our life? Then follow the Vedanta. So Panchakosha Vivekena, by the Panchakosha Vivek, reject them and come to discover that you are the substratum. And by devotion to the Lord, remove the individuality and merge in the Absolute. So these are all the different shades of this question. So kindly tell me how you are existing in this world which is constantly changing, you are not changing. The world is born, you are not born. The world dissolves, dies, you don't dissolve, you don't die. So I am surprised, how can Maya tadamidam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina, how you are without any particular form and supporting all the forms? Kindly tell me this. After that, he asked this question with reference to the essence, now with reference to the expression. He asked the 17th verse question, Katham vidyamaham yogin Tvam sada parichintayan Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu Chintyosi bhagavan maya. See this rule, you remember, yogin and tva. So that na has become sa and the anuswar. Therefore yogins tvam. So katham vidyam vijaniyam aham he yogin, O Lord, O great yogi, O great yogeshwara. Why yogi? Because you are not getting affected by the relativity and yet you continue to support the relativity. And a yogi alone can do that. Therefore, hey yogin, katham aham vidyam vijaniyam, how should I try to understand? He doesn't say that I don't believe in this thing. How it is possible that you are the substratum, you are not getting influenced by the superimposed? I don't know. He said, no. I want to know how it is possible. Please explain me so that I can understand. So, katham vidyamaham, hey yogin, tvam sada parichintayan. And then, in what way I should keep my contemplation about you all the time under all conditions. Meaning what? Whether you are in a marketplace, whether you are on the seat of meditation, whether you are interacting, whether you are fighting, whether you are eating, whether you are sleeping, all the time how to be in tune with you. Because you are told, Ananya Shintayanto ma ye jana pariyupasate tesham nitya viyuktanam. How can one become nitya viyukta, eternally one with you? And therefore, keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyaha asi maya, hey Bhagavan. And O Lord, keshu keshu bhaveshu vastushu. In what objects shall I start seeing your presence? Now see, one example I will give you. This will make this point clear. Now we are, right from childhood, brought with the tradition, culture, that tulasi is a holy plant. So when we look at tulasi, we think with all auspiciousness that associated with Bhagavan Krishna or Narayana. This comes to our mind. And one, mother-in-law was told by her daughter-in-law that, Mama, we should not be old, minded. We should be modern. She said, yes, we should be modern. Then only we can survive. So why to have tulasi plant for worship? Let us have a cactus. Bhagavan is everywhere. He is in the cactus also and also tulsi. Yes, very good. So, if we keep cactus, we will never get that bhava of Bhagavan Krishna's association. Why? Because we have trained ourselves. And when you come to know that the same reality is the substratum of everything, then you don't require to do bhavana. But till that time, we have to do the bhavana. And therefore, keshu keshu cha bhaveshu vastushu chintyaha asi, dheyaha asi. What should be taken as a alamban, as a support for meditation, contemplation, so that we can remember you all through our life. So, chintyaha asi Bhagavan Maya. How can you be remembered by me under all conditions? And continuing his question and request, Vistarenatmano yogam Vibhutim cha janardana Bhuya kathaya truptirhi Shrunvato nasti me mrutam Vistarena. In Uttar Pradesh we will say Bistarena. Take a bistara and sleep. Vistarena Atmanaha Yogam. Vistarena Yoga Aishwarya Shakti Vishesham. Vistarena with all expansion. Don't tell in short. Vistarena Atmanaha Yogam. Yoga Aishwarya Shakti Vishesham. So how you remain untouched in the manifestation and how you are independent of the manifestation and the manifestation is dependent on you, how this unique magic is possible. So kindly tell Vistarena. Vibhutim cha Vistaram Dheya Padarthanam He Janardana. So kindly tell me which are those objects in this world where I can start thinking of you. So, dheya padarthanam. So, tell me those objects so that I don't find an excuse of forgetting you. Our human mind is such wonderful that, actually I wanted to do the japa, but my mala is broken. So, I am very happy. So, we find some or the other excuse. Therefore, Bhagavan is asked, kindly tell me in such a manner that anywhere I am in the whole universe, I should not be able to find an excuse that under the following conditions I can't remember you. Like, when you don't want to do Ekadashi, then you can always do what I do. See, there are two Ekadashis. Why not do it tomorrow's Ekadashi? Why do it today? So you are avoiding. So in the same manner, we try to avoid the remembrance of the Lord. So he says, kindly tell me in such a manner, Vistarena, so I don't forget. And He Janardana. Now this word Janardana is explained by Bhagavan Shankaracharya beautifully. Ardatehe gati karmanoho rupam. The root is the Ardha Dhatu. And Ardha Dhatu has got two meaning, Gati and Karma. So, Gati Karmanoho Rupam. Then, Asuranam Deva Pratipaksha Bhutanam Jananam Narakadihi Gamaitrutva Janardana. Janardanaha. So, why is called a Janardana? Because he is helping the Asuras, the bad people, to go to hell. Therefore, he is called a Janardana. There are many meanings you can take out. Jana, Janayati iti Jana Maya. Ardana, the destroyer. So the one who is able to destroy the Maya and thereby protect his devotees from the impact of the Maya is called a Janardana. And the second meaning was Karmanoho. So Karmana means by begging kind of thing. Therefore, Abhyudaya Nishreyasa Purushartha Prayojanam Sarvaihi Janaihi Yachate iti va. Or the other meaning of Janardana is that Sarvaihi Janaihi Yachate, by all people this is begged from the Lord. What is begged? Abhyudaya Nishreyasa Purushartha Prayojanam. Either we are begging from the Lord about this world or about the realization, Parama Purushartha. And this is asked from the Lord, and therefore he is called as Janardanaha. So, Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha Janardana, and Bhuya Kathaya Purvam Uktam Api. The Arjuna is aware that in the 7th chapter and the 9th chapter, Bhagavan has spoken about the reality. Did you say that? I don't remember at all. No, he is very clear. Therefore, Bhuya Purvam Uktam Api. Now see the difference between the 7th, 9th chapters and the 11th chapter. What is the difference? In the 7th and the 9th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna has spoken the truth as the essence of everything. And in the 11th chapter, Bhagavan has spoken that in everything, if you select one character, that will help you in reaching the essence. So, what is said in the 7th and the 9th chapter, that is of extremely higher quality understanding. And if we are not able to go to that higher level of understanding, then never mind, you come to the second. Like, Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tad Nirodha. If your chitta is not ekagra, samahita chittasya. So if that is not there, never mind. Then for the Madhyama Adhikari Nam, then we come to the Kriya Yoga. The Tapasvadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. In the same manner, those who are able to straight away dive deep with the knowledge given in the 7th and the 9th chapter, for them, this will not be required. And those who are not able to do, for them this is required. Therefore, Bhuyaha Purvam Uktam Api. Kathaya, kindly tell. Now, are you not getting bored? Same thing again and again. Aha. Truptihi paritosho yasmad nasti me shrunvataha. Now this is one very important thing. When the listener is not interested, the speaker can never be inspired. If the listener is, okay, finish, we are waiting. There was a person who was doing a katha, kirtan in a temple. And there was quite a good crowd. Slowly the crowd started dwindling. But there was one person still sitting. He said, no, even if there is one Shrota with all sincerity, I must continue. He continued. So 5 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And that fellow is sitting like this, with a, that lantern in his near and sitting like this. And finally this Kathakar stopped the Katha. Pundali Kavarde Har Vitthal Sis Jnanadev Tukaram Pandrinath Maharaj Ki Jai. And when this was said, that person who was listening, he got out of sleep. Acha, I think it's over. And then this Kathakar, Pravachankar, the one who was doing Kirtan Bhajan, he asked, I really appreciate your dedication to the Lord. These days such dedication is very rare. By the way, how come you could stay for so long? He said, this bedsheet on which you are standing and the lamp, that belongs to me. So unless you go away, I cannot lift it. So Arjuna is not telling like that. He says, Kathaya truptir me na asti shrunvataha. So although I am listening to your glory again and again, I am not feeling that enough. Now this is the difference in the attitude. When we get involved, indulging in the worldly thing, a stage comes when we say enough of it. Like, suppose you like some particular type of food. How much will you eat? A stage comes, now enough. In the same manner, if it starts happening with devotion, then they have no devotion. There is never a fulfillment, contentment attained by listening to the glory of the Lord. And therefore he says, Nasti me shrunvataha tvan mukha nisrita vakyamrutam. Amrita, the ambrosia coming out of your divine mouth, carrying the glory of yourself and the whole world, I am not tired. So please tell me again and again. Now what has happened? In the 9th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna has attracted the mind of Arjuna. Isn't it? Raja Vidya, Raja Kuyam, Pavitra Veda Uttamam, so that he assures that the fellow listens. Now Arjuna has followed the same technique. That see, I am not asking you just as general knowledge or just to give you an opportunity. Many times, this happens. Somebody has asked me, Swamiji, you come for the lecture? I said, look here, I cannot come, I am very tight scheduled, but I will send somebody. But is that somebody good? I said, I don't understand what is good and bad. Whosoever is talking about the Lord is good. No, that is all true, but what we will do, we will have a sample satsang. And in that sample satsang, if he clicks, then we can give him a bigger platform. So, with this attitude, if somebody is listening, do you think that the speaker will have inspiration? Because he will be all the time under the tension. Like, here now the students are getting interviewed for that job. So they have to go and present how they will teach yoga. And all the examiners are sitting over there. And other participants. And he is becoming more and more, aware of, conscious about his thing. Whether he is teaching properly or not. Whether his hands are proper. Whether he is properly dressed or not. In that, do you think he will be able to deliver the goods perfectly? No. Therefore Arjuna says, Sir, I am really interested. Therefore please tell me. I am not here to watch your performance. So kindly tell me. And when Bhagavan saw that here is a person who is really interested, and then he started. Means what? We should never talk unless somebody is interested. And this is what happens. Why the relation between the parents and the children is strained? This is the reason. Right from childhood, the parents go on bombarding advice and wisdom on the children to such an extent that the children develop allergy to whatever the parents tell. They lose their position. When the same thing is said in the satsang or by the teacher, they accept it. Why? Because for them there is a respect, and the teacher have told only when they have asked. Therefore, unless somebody asks, never open your mouth to bring out the Vedanta and ground them. No. Just lead a casual life of a devotee and be most unassumed. Otherwise, once the disease of teaching gets in your system, that becomes a bondage. About this, I'll give you one experience. In Delhi it happened. There is some area, I don't remember, some Dera Wala, something like that. So there is some place, Dera Wala something. And this is sometime in 80s this happened. And there was one temple, Sanatan Dharma temple. And they have called me for lectures. I went. For 15 days, morning, I used to give lecture on Mundaka Upanishad. And after that was over, so on the last day when everything was over, they thanked me. They are all professionals. The audience is professional, everything is professional. And then they say, Swamiji, next time kindly give us the dates. I said, I have just now come, I am not even getting out of the seat. You want next year? Whatever I have spoken, have you thought about it? Contemplate on that. We'll think later. So, okay, we'll talk later. And then they expected I'll call them, and I didn't call. So they came to meet me in Delhi, where I stay. And then they say, Swamiji, you are not given dates. I said, look here, bhai, now I don't think I can come again because I am extremely busy. So if it is possible, I'll let you know. Otherwise, let us see what happens. Leave something to God. Let us not decide everything. That time, one of the trustees told me something. Then I came to know. He said, you are a very peculiar one. I said, why? What happened? He said, when the Mahatmas come to our temple, they give one satsang. Then they tell us, trustees, that for next year keep this month for me, keep this 2 months for me, and they reserve so that they can come and talk for 2-3 months. And we are requesting and you are telling that no. That day I realized how much one gets attached to this constantly telling. Therefore, here Bhagavan saw that here is Arjuna is really interested to know, and therefore Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Hantate Kathayishyami Divyayatma Vibhutayaha Pradhanyata Kuru Sreshtha Nastyanto Vistarasya Me Hanta, okay, now I'll tell you. Hanta te tubhyam divya divi bhava, the divine, atma vibhutaya, atmanaha mama vibhutaya yaha taha. So I shall tell you my divine expressions. I'll tell you my divine manifestations. Atma vibhutaya. And Kathayishyami, I shall tell. But how pradhanyataha? You have asked to tell in exhaustive details, isn't it? Arjuna says, Vistarenatmano yogam. Bhagavan says, Bistar bandh rakho. Not Bistarena, standing. Pradhanyataha. Why you don't want to tell all the things? Pradhanyataha. Yatra yatra pradhana yaya vibhuti tata pradhanam pradhanyataha. In whichever categories, whatever is the best, that I shall tell you. So what are the categories? Categories are plants, animals, stars, mountains, rivers, kings, Pandavas, the Yadavas. In this manner, I shall tell you main. Everything I cannot tell you. Why you cannot tell? Asheshataha tu varsha shatina api na shakya vaktum. If you want to know in exhaustive detail everything, then hundreds of years will not be enough. And you have come here to fight the war, don't forget. Probably Bhagavan understood Arjuna's technique. Sir, keep Bhagavan busy in talking so that he doesn't have to fight the war. But Bhagavan was also not an ordinary one. He said, understand what you are talking. Don't forget that you are here for your purpose. Therefore, varshashatena pina shakya vaktum yataha na asti antaha vistarasya me, because there is no end to my expanse, mama vibhuti nam ityartaha. Now it is something like a wave asking the ocean kindly tell me all the past waves that you had and everything about them and all the present one and all the future one. When this is said, what the ocean will say? If I start telling you, you will disappear. You are in this world for a short period, temporarily. And within that, use the time best and get out of this world. Don't collect general knowledge. Therefore, I shall tell you, pradhanyataha, so that you can practice this in your life. Tatra prathamam eva tavashrunu. Now here Bhagavan tells, listen the first one. Aham atma gudakesha sarva bhutashaya sthitaha ahamadishcha madhyancha bhutanamanta evacha. Aham atma, pratyag atma, he gudakesha, gudaka nidra, tasya isho gudakeshaha jita nidraha ityartaha. He who has conquered the sleep is called as gudakesha. Conquered the sleep does not mean he doesn't sleep. Conquered the sleep means he can go to sleep whenever required and he can come out of the sleep whenever required. Oh, we have done 50%. We can get into sleep whenever required. Coming out of the sleep, that's the only portion remaining. Then it is not control over sleep. Somebody says, I can drive the car, but I cannot stop the car. There is not driving the car. In the same manner. Hey Gudakesha. Ghanakesha itiva. Another meaning of Gudakesha is the one who has got the curly hair which are extremely ghana with high frequency. One thing I have observed, you go to all these Western countries. I don't know why, but most of our NRIs, Indians, ladies and gents, it happens, it is natural. It doesn't, immediately click. But majority of the ladies who are living their life in the Europe, in US, in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, everywhere, they start losing hair. And that is the reason they don't apply oil. So they puff them up. And somehow from the distance create an illusion of a heavy crop. So here Ghanakeshaha, Arjuna was having a very thick crop of hair. So Ahamatma, Pratyagatma, Gudakesha, and Sarvesham Bhutanam Ashaye Antar Hrudi Sthitaha Nityam Dheyaha. Therefore, you ask me, wherever I am available, where should I contemplate upon you? First, contemplate on me in your own heart. Because I am in the heart of everyone. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam dannirodha. If you are a uttama adhikari, don't get lost in the outer world. Focus attention on yourself. Who am I? See, there are different methods of meditations which are told, and if you follow the principle on which they are established, you will come to know that whether it is the pranayam or whether it is relaxing and getting out of the body identification, whether it is chanting the Lord's name, tapasvadhyaya, all of them are meant for focusing our attention to the source. And once you are prepared, ready, now thereafter start doing everyday new experiment. How you can reach nearest to yourself. Because it is there the reality, pratyekatmataya. And therefore there are many things. One of the things I told you about the absence. So contemplate on the absence. Absence of the colors and forms, formlessness. So contemplate that you are formless. What does it mean? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagata vyaktamurtina. I have no form, no shape, and this formless, shapeless space, yatha akasha sthito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan, tatha sarvani bhutani masthani tyupadharaya. Like the space supports everything, but never influenced by everything. This is the truth. Aham atma gudakesha. Now when you start contemplation on this line, you don't require to go to the subsequent verses. Therefore, whether you are chanting the name, Om for example, you start chanting Om and focus your attention where from it begins and where it goes back. There is another technique. So you start and you will come to know that you first say to yourself, the Om starts from the throat, and you will start experiencing that. It starts from Om, goes back there. It starts from the Anahata Chakra. Om, it starts from here and goes back. It starts from the Manipur Chakra, Pashyantyavani. Om. It starts from the Mooladhar. Om. In this manner, slowly, slowly train the mind to go back to the source. Aham atma gudakesha sarva bhutashaya sthitaha. I am the essence of everyone. Antarvadi sthitaha nityam dheyaha. So this is to be contemplated nityam dheyaha, not once in a while, all the time. Now this is dhyana where you focus your attention on the self. But there is one problem with this method. What is that? The self is recognized as other than you, because you can concentrate on something which is other than you. Then what is to be done? Then remain aware. The more aware we remain, concentration disappears. Concentration is always in the field of objectivity. Awareness is always subjective. Aham atma gudakesha sarva bhutashaya sthitaha. Tad ashaktena cha uttareshu bhaveshu chintya. Tad ashaktena. Those who are unable to do this. Those who are ashakta, weaklings. Those who want constant some support. And when there is support, then they can. If there is no support, they cannot. Like when the age grows between the husband and wife, during their formative age, husband was always imposing, for example. And in that imposition, he becomes dependent also. Everything the wife has to provide. And as a result, by the time they become old, this fellow has become a creeper, all the time hanging on the wife. That is why I was telling many people, don't come husband-wife together for any camp. Come independently. Either the wife or the husband. And even if you come here supposed together, don't stay together. But they don't like that. No, Swamiji, our things are brought together. And what was happening at home, the same thing happens here. Where is my brush? Now wife says, it is in the bathroom. And the paste, that is near the brush. Where did I leave my teeth last night? Yes, last night you were taking laddu. They must have gone with the laddu. So, this kind of weaklings who are constantly seeking support, for them the rest of the things. And those who are ekagra chitta, so sit quiet and either remain aware or try these practices. And in this manner, ahamatma gudakesha nityam dheyaha. This has to be practiced every day, again and again, again and again. And if we are not able to do this, then aham chintayitum shakyaha yasmat aham eva adi bhutanam karanam tatha madhyancha sthiti anta pralayacha. So, aham adischa madhyamcha bhutanam anta evacha. And if you are not able to practice this, then in this manner you start contemplating anything that you say. So, for example, you say Om. So, this I, Atma Tattva, Paramatma is present before the Om was chanted. Soham Adischa. Then Madhyancha, when the Om is being chanted, Om, there also the presence is. And Anta, when the Om is culminated over Om. In the absence of this, also I continue. In this manner, Chintyahasi again and again continue. So, evamcha dheyaha aham. And in this manner also I can be contemplated upon. Which are those things, methods of contemplation? Now from the 21st verse up to 38th verse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. In these 18 verses, Bhagavan has given probably 73 vibhutis. And these are the vibhutis, bhava, objects in this world where we can start suspecting the divine presence. So, Bhagavan begins. Adityanamaham Vishnu Jyotisham Raviram Shuman Marichir Marutamasmi Nakshatranamaham Shashi Vedanam Samavedosmi Devanam-asmi Vasavaha Indriyanam manashchasmi Bhutanam asmi chetanam Adityanam Dvadashanam Vishnu Nama Adityaha Aham. There are 12 suns. That is why there are 12 names of the suns. Those who do Surya Namaskar, Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Khagaya Namaha, Om Suryaya Namaha, Om Bhanave Namaha, Adityaya Namaha. So there are 12 of them. 12 of them is what? Is only one. Referred with reference to the 12 months. Therefore is called as Dvadasha Aditya. So, among those Aditya, Aham Vishnuhu, I am the Vishnu. So this Vishnu, Aditya, he alone was born as the son of the Aditi, and he became the Vamana avatar. So Aditya means Aditi, her son, Aditya. There are two. One is Daitya, second is Aditya. So Aditya is Aditi is Aditehe Apatyam Puman Aditya. So the one who is born to Aditi was this Bhagwan Vamana, because the Devas were fed up, and therefore they requested the Lord that may you be born as the son to Aditi, and then you can help us conquering the Daityas, Rakshasas. Bhagavan said, all right. And then Bhagavan has taken the avatar of the Vamana, and Daityas, the Bali, the most powerful one. And what was his power? His was the power of charity, Dhanam. And because of that, he became unconquerable. So anything which is good becomes a bondage. So he had that vanity. I can give anything to anybody. You just ask, shall be granted. So Bhagavan found this loophole in his lifestyle. So he came as Vamana. And when he came as Vamana, he asked, okay, give me 3 steps space. And the 2 were occupying this world and the higher world. And the 3rd was kept on his head. Because ego is the one where we are required to keep the feet of the Lord. When we do it on ourselves, then the Lord doesn't have to do. See? When we don't do, then the Lord will come and put his feet on our head. So Adityanam Aham Vishnuhu. So think about me in the form of Bhagwan, Vamana, and then go on listening to the story and exactly what is the Adhidaivik story, how it can be applied Adhyatmik, and this is how go on Dheyahasi, contemplate on me. Adityanam Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Raviram Shuman. Among all the objects which are illumined and illuminating in this world, I am the Amshuman Ravi, the sun. So Aditya, I am Vamanavatar, and among the suns, the Ravihi, the sun hanging in the sky, I am Amshuman. So Jyotisham Raviram Shuman. Then Jyotisham Ravihi Prakashayitrunam Amshuman Rashmiman Marichi Nama Marutam Maruta Devata Bhedanam Aham Asmi. And among the Maruta Devatas, about Maruta Devatas also there are many stories. If I start telling you all the stories, we will not be able to complete it. Therefore, I will not tell you all, 1 or 2 I will tell you so that the monotony is broken. You know, these Marutas, they are 49. It is with reference to the earlier story also. When this Aditi was doing the tapasya, she was given the upadesh by this Kashyap Rishi to do the some pious vratam. And if she completed that pious vratam, then Lord will be war and he will be killing the Daityas. Therefore, what happened? this he will become very powerful. So when he was going on, this Indra enters in the womb of that mother and makes 7 pieces of those, that garbha, the fetus, and yet they don't die. So again each is further divided into 7, they become 49, and he is also inside, Indra. So when the delivery takes place, there was supposed to be 1, where from the additional 49 have come. And then he tells, this is what has happened. Anyway, now they are born along with me, so they are my brothers, I will not be hating them. And therefore they are called as these 49 Marudganas. So these are the 49 various Vayus. We know only Prana, Pana, Jnana, Udana, Samana, and then the Upapranas. But there are totally 49 types of Vayus which are supporting the total Brahmanda. So among those, Marichir Marutamasmi, among them I am the Maruta. And Maruta should not be mistaken, the Maruta of the Punjabis and the North Indian. If you go to UP, Punjab, Rajasthan, there, nobody can beat that North India. They will buy the Kirloskar engine, pump. They will take old dilapidated throne chassis, fix on that, there will be wheels, and everywhere there will be seats. And in that, not 1, 2, but 30, 40 people comfortably sit. Bullock carts, buffalo, anything, and it can go anywhere. And they call it as a Marutta, because Maruti is a decent, sweet, cute car. So, Sata Marutta. This is our Marutta. This is Maruta Masmi. So, Maruti, Marutta. Some places they call it as Jugad. This Jugad is coming. We'll go by Jugad. First time when I went, I said, how do you go to your school every day? We go by Jugad. So what is that Jugad? See, that is coming, it's called a Jugad. And when you look at it, you can't imagine how people can sit. They are all sitting all over, and you will never see the driver. And he is seeing through the legs and the heads and the holes from somewhere, and he is driving in that. Such a wonderful thing. So, Marichir Marutamasmi Nakshatra-nam aham shashi. And among the nakshatras, I am the Chandrama, the Shashi, the moon. Then, Vedanam Samavedosmi. There are 3 types of expressions of the Vedic mantras. First is the Ruchas, out of which the Rigveda is made. And these are the poetic expressions of the truth given through the Rucha mantras in Rigveda. The second is the prose order. Gadya Pradhan is the Yajurveda. Therefore, when you read the mantras of the Yajurveda, for example, Taittiriya Upanishad, there is no meter, only the prose order, and therefore they have to chant it in a particular way, then only it becomes kind of a poetic. So, and the third is the Samaveda. In Samaveda, these mantras are sung. They are musical mantras. Therefore, when these Samavedis start chanting the mantras, you feel that you are near some masjid and those mantras they are being chanted. So, Vedanam Samavedosmi. Among the Vedas, I am the Samaveda, which is musical, and music is an expression of joy. So this knowledge, when it is expressed out of joy, is Samaveda, that I am. And Devana must be Vasavaha. And among the gods, I am the Vasavaha, the Indra. So Indra is the god of the Devas. So I am the Indra, the god of Devas in the heavens. And then Indriyanam, Ekadashanam, Chakshuradinam, Manaha cha aham asmi. And there are 11 Indriyas, 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action. And they are presided over by the mind. Therefore, the mind is called as the 11th Indriya. So, I am the mind behind all the organs of perception and action. Manaha cha asmi. What is the mind? Sankalpa vikalpatmakam cha manaha. That I am, where the thoughts are in the form of sankalpa vikalpa. And bhutanam asmi chetana. Karya karana sanghate nitya abhivyakta buddhivritti chetana. Bhutanam, that which is the assembly of the karya and the karana. Karya is the gross body. Karana is the sense organs, etc. Sanghata is their togetherness. So, in a body which is containing the sense organs, etc., in that body, nitya abhivyakta buddhivritti. There, the sense of I-ness is chetana, and that I am. Unless there is a chetana, life is not manifesting. So, bhutanam asmi chetana. Continuing the further, Rudranam Shankarashchasmi Vittesho Yaksha Rakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Merushikharinamaham. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi. Rudra means what? Those who are making us cry, they are called as Rudra. Rodayati iti Rudra. That's why the other day somebody phoned me. Swamiji, I had to give the name to my son and I didn't want to give the same routine names. So, the name came Ra. Therefore, I was thinking of naming him as Rudra. I said, you are naming it rightly. Oh, it is the right name? I said, yes. What is the meaning? I said, the meaning is the one who makes others cry is Rudra. All the children make their parents cry. They are all the Rudra. So, Rudranam, there are 11 of them, and Shankaraschasmi. So, Shankara is the one, Shamkaroti, the one who is blessing the seekers, is the Rudra, that Shankara, that I am. Rudranam Shankarashchasmi. See, we were told in our scripture that there are 33 kotis devata. Koti means classes. This is wrongly translated as crores. 33 crores. That is a total wrong translation. Koti means class. Like, ये उच्च कोटि के गायक है. That means he is, higher crore singer. No. Koti means class. So there are totally 33 classes of gods. And which are those 33 classes? Here they are counted. The 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, Ashta Vasus, and 2 Ashwini Kumars. All of them put together become 33. So these are the principal gods which are maintaining this whole cosmos. So Rudranam Shankarashchasmi. Among the Ekadashanam Rudranam, Aham Shankaraha. I am the one who is who blesses his devotees. Then Vitteshaha Kuberaha Yakshar Rakshasam. Among the Yakshanam Rakshasam cha. Among the Rakshasas and the Yakshas, I am the Kubera. And it is the Kubera's, that Pushpak Viman which was forcibly taken by Ravana. And Kuber was able to do nothing. So, this Kuber belongs to the Yaksha. Yakshas are the gods of the wealth. And therefore, if you see our Reserve Bank of India in Delhi office, outside there are two huge statues of very funny looking stone creature and with the third leg, and they are the Kubera. Rich people always have the third leg, isn't it? They are not able to walk properly, so they have got the third leg. So Kuberaha Yaksha Rakshasam and Vasunam Ashtanam Pavakaha Chaham Asmi Agnihi. And among the Ashta Vasus, I am the Vasu by the name Pavaka or the Agni, the fire. And it is one of the Vasus, I don't know the name, which Vasu. One of the Vasus was born as Bhishmacharya. So Bhishmacharya was in his earlier life as a Vasu, and these Vasus are the gods. And these gods are responsible for maintenance of this cosmos, like the sun is presiding over in our eyes and maintains our vision. The Digdevatas preside over your ears and maintain our hearing ability. The Vishnu Devata presides over legs and therefore we are able to walk. In this manner, Indra Devata presides over our hands, therefore we are able to work. Chandrama is presiding over our mind, therefore we are able to experience, feel, and so on. Therefore, Vasunam, see, these are the different subtle gods. Among them, I am the Pavaka. Then Meruhu Shikharinamaham. And among the Shikharina, Shikharavatam, among the mountains, I am the Meru. So Meru Parvat is the center of this universe. It is around this Meru Parvat alone that the whole earth is moving. According to our mythological stories, they say that the earth is moving around its own axis in a little tilted manner, 23.5 degrees. That particular axis of the earth is called as the Meru Parvat. And it is somewhere either the Kailash or somewhere between the Kailash and the Hindu Kush. That area is called as the Meru Parvat. So I am the Meru among the mountains. Shikhirana Aham. The Meru is so important in our things. If you have got a mala, in the center there is additional bead protruding. It is called as the Meru Mani. So when you reach the Meru, again you should go back and not cross the Meru. The idea is you should not become mechanical in chanting the Lord's name. Otherwise, Ram, 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 Ram. There is no end to that, no. You complete one mala, then the Meru comes, then become aware. Yes, now I have to turn the mala. Then again go on chanting in this manner. The Meru also is used in the Yoga Shastra. Our spine is called as Merudanda. So it is around this Merudanda alone, our whole life is revolving. It is in this Merudanda alone, this Kundalini Shakti becomes awakened. And in this manner, Shikharinam, among the various expression, I am the Meru or the Merudanda. Continuing this thought in the 24th verse, Puro Dasam cha Mukhyam Mam Vidhi Partha Bruhaspatim Senani Namaham Skandaha Sarasamasmi Sagaraha. Purodhasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha bruhaspatim. Purodhasam Rajapurohitanam madhye. Among the various Rajapurohit which are told in our scriptures or anywhere in the world, Rajapurohit is the royal priest. Among all the royal priests, Mukhyam Pradhanam Mam Vidhi Janihi He Partha Bruhaspatim. So, the main royal priest is the Bruhaspati, and that I am. Because Bruhaspati is the presiding deity of the Buddhi, Guru. Bruhaspati means Guru. So, among all the Purohitas, the priest, I am the Guru, I am the Bruhaspati. Now this tradition has almost died or now over, but otherwise in the earlier days what used to happen, that every family used to have Purohit as the guru of the family. Like earlier there used to be the family doctors. So that whole family will go only to that doctor, and the doctor knows about everybody in that family. He has become a family friend, like kind of thing. So whether it's the grandfather or the father or the mother or the auntie or the children, all of them will refer to that family doctor. Now that tradition has completely gone, because now we look upon doctor as an object of suspicion, and therefore they also start behaving as if they are being suspected that they are the looters. So the mutual trust, beauty, everything is gone. Similarly, the Purohit, the priest class, used to look after the welfare of the whole family. How they will tell that family, one particular family, that now such and such Shraddha Karma is coming, now this is the date we have to do the Shraddha of your grandfather, now this is the time we have to do the Ekadashi Vratam, now this is the time we have to do the various kinds of pujas to the god. So the whole calendar of our spiritual activities in the family used to be maintained by this Purohit class. And this is how there was a passage of tradition, value, everything from generation to generation. Therefore, these Purohita, among the royal Purohits or the priests, I am the best or the chief of them, called as the Brahaspati. Sahi Indrasya iti mukhyaha syat purodhaha, and he is the mukhya, the purodha of the Indra. Then Senaninam, Senapatinam aham Skandaha, Deva Senapatihi. Skanda was born. There is a big story about it, how the Skanda was born to Lord Shiva. And Sarasam Yani, Deva Khatani Saransi Tesham Sarasam Sagaraham Asmi. And among the big pots or the holes made by the Devatas, that Sagara I am. Among the big Sarovara or big collections of water, I am the ocean. What is that? All other things we'll see in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.